it's Destiny, otherwise known as Days in Crochet, and this week I will be taking y'all with me as I prep for my graduation sales in May. So I have been working on quite a few lays. I have 3 of the pattern that I finally decided on, and this is going to be my 4th. And I have my other 2, my first 2 prototypes that I'll just end up wearing for my graduation. And I may or may not be slowly losing my mind. I decided to do the 160 chain with a 4.5mm hook just because I like the size, and some people had commented that they, like people I know in real life, they had commented that the bigger size would probably be better, and I agreed. And so it does take a little bit more time. It takes about an hour and a half. So as much as I would have enjoyed taking a break after my Valentine's Day sale and making those flowers, this is going to be a hectic month for me. March is very busy for school psychologists, let alone school psychology students. And so what I also want to do is pre-record. And so I feel like I wear the same outfits generally, especially in my videos. So if you see a very similar clip, another video, don't comment on it. I want to make at least 20 lays, just basing that off of what my Valentine's Day sales were. I got around 20, 21 maybe, I think. And so the plan is March will be my prepping month, where I'm just making videos, making content, taking y'all with me through this process, and just making a bunch of lays. And then all of April will be tabling. So I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna table every week or every other week. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'll do the same thing as last time. I'll put up flyers. I have to make a banner for my table, and I'll buy packaging for boxes for these, I'm thinking, since my bags were a little bit shorter than what I wanted, and the lays kind of look like goldfish. And so I found some boxes on Amazon that I'm thinking might work, so I'm gonna look into that. I also have a friend that said she would be willing to help me figure out tabling, since she does work closely with the person who unfortunately did not respond to my email for when I wanted a table previously, which kind of worked out in the end. I feel like I'll be more prepped and prepared in April, both, physically and mentally. So that is no longer a concern, but my biggest concern is, what do I sell? Obviously, I will be selling lays, since that's like the biggest thing that I wanted to make, and it's also like why I want to sell at graduation. But I do have a couple other things. So I have an idea for the flyer, but I'm between 2 ideas. I like the style of this one, but I also kind of like this one. But now that I look at it, I'm leaning more towards this one. So obviously these sweaters are not gonna be there as cute as they are. Instead, we are gonna replace it with the things that I plan on selling. And obviously the images will be changed. These are just placeholders that I'm using at the time. But like I said, I need y'all's help deciding what exactly I want to sell. But I think I'll make this one smaller, maybe add another, like one of these here, flip it or something, make it a little bigger, just so it stands out a little bit. And then with the lay, I want to obviously have a different photo for this, maybe like laying down on something, but still, background's removed and it's like kind of curved, so it takes up more space. Something like this though. So if I sell these 3 items, I want to call it crochet memorabilia, since the things we buy for graduation are called regalia, and I figured like, oh, like Pacific Tigers, there's your paw prints, Leis, the color of our school, and then just orange roses, since I figured that would be easy. And in the tiny font here that I can't exactly reach, I would put like custom colors available with additional charge, something like that. I would change the colors. Obviously this is just a very rough draft. Obviously it was a completely different flyer at first. I just don't know. I do have the full month of March to prep. I gave myself that, and I have spring break coming up. I am just not sure if I want to put that pressure on myself, I guess, to make Leis and roses and paw prints. I have some of these paw prints already made. I have 8 of them right now. I'm not sure if they'd sell well, but then with coasters, you have to think, these come in sets. So when I sell them in pairs of 2 or individually or in 4, these only take 30 minutes, and these are the paw prints that I've mentioned before in previous videos, where it takes 30 minutes, but I've made 36 before for people's Christmas gifts. And I do have some of this yarn, but when I went to the store that I bought this yarn at, they did not have that color. So I'm not sure what I want to do. I want to like gauge people's interest, but then I would have to put the flyers up first to gauge that interest, you know? And I can always make, like people do this on YouTube, they change like their thumbnails, so I can put one flyer out where it's like, I'm selling all 3, but then if I get orders for just the Leis, then I would change the flyer to just Leis. I don't know. The way I do it, it's slow, just having the flyers up. I think I would get a little bit more traction if I tabled one day and was like, here's what I'm selling. You can start pre-ordering soon, or here, pre-order now. Are you interested? And kind of get that conversation going. I don't know. We'll see. I would love to sell 3 different things. It would give me a little bit of that feel of tabling at as a vendor at like those markets that people do, like market day vlogs. I'm trying not to like trip myself up about it either, but I also don't want to push myself over the edge. So lots of balance going on, lots of things being thought about. So let me know what y'all think. I am going to continue working on the Leis since that is what takes the longest. But if y'all think that maybe doing paw prints as well, on top of the Leis and roses, or maybe a different color rose, just let me know. You know, our school colors are orange and white and black, but I figured like orange, white, and white would probably do pretty good. So let me know y'all's thoughts. Like I said, I love making content. I love taking y'all through the process with me. I want to hear your feedback, so just let me know. You know, it's a learning process. We're all learning together, and I'd be really appreciative to have y'all's opinions. Hey y'all, so an update real quick. I believe this is my 5th lay. Today is Friday, the Friday before I guess spring break starts. I will definitely be working on a lot of Leis over the next week. I'm sure over the course of the next month there will be little clips in each of my videos saying like, oh, this is how many more I've made, or this is an update on this. But I started thinking about some other projects that I still have in mind. I just started thinking about making a grad cap cover, and so last semester I had a photo of, or not a photo, I had a paw print, like a crochet paw print that I had turned into a giant granny square the night before my graduation, mind you. And that just turned out beautiful, and so this year I want to do something different. I want to try and make a tiger. And I've been looking for a few patterns. I'm not entirely sold on which one, but obviously as much as I love making these Leis and I would love to see a bunch of people wearing these, I do also want to make something for myself for my own graduation for my master's. It is now Saturday and I finished putting together the flyer for my crochet lei orders, and I'm pretty sure I figured out the dates. I've also made the form, but it still needs a little bit of tweaking. I want to ask some of my friends for their opinions, things like that. But let me show y'all what the flyer looks like, because I took the photos this morning and I think it looks pretty good. So here you can see I chose the same like template for the flyer that I had showed previously. It says just crochet lace. I'm not gonna do paw prints or flowers just because I think that'll be a little bit too much on me, and that's okay. And I put pre-order for easy pickup because I know last time when I sold flowers for Valentine's Day, some people were a little confused by the wording, and so I think this is pretty easy to understand. The flyer for the actual like university lei makers people, they use the same wording, so I think that'll be fine. And then I'm just putting on here so people know last order is by the 11th, I'm thinking, because I'm planning on putting up the flyer starting on Monday. Well, flyers. I had really poor timing on this, just because I had to focus on some other things the past month and still like leaning into this month, and so I'll be putting, like I said, I'm putting them up on the 11th, but it's spring break and everyone went home, which is okay because still my pre-orders will be open for a week longer than I did for Valentine's Day, and I think that's pretty good. So here I'll have a QR code, scan QR code for more information, and it'll take them to this form where it has the dates. Pre-orders begin the 11th, ends on the 11th of next month. Pickup dates, the 15th and 19th of April, as well as the 29th of April, and then the 3rd of May. I think 4 pickup dates is pretty good. I might do tabling earlier in the month just to be like, hey, like at the start of April, like, hey, the last day to order is coming soon. Are you interested? And something like that. But it's got the name, how many they want. I'll have the tabling dates here, and then the QR codes, that way they can actually submit their payment. And then I'm thinking 45. I'm not sure. I still have to figure out how I want to package the leis and you know, how much that is going to cost. And then I also included here custom colors available with additional charge, and that's green, so we don't want it to look at that. There we go. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. I mean, this is most likely gonna be my final product that I'm gonna put up, since y'all won't see the video until the day before that I put them up, but maybe if y'all are quick to comment or something, or if I make multiple flyers. But yeah, ignore my shirt. I just realized how wrinkly it is, but that's just because it was stuck in my drawer. But also Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse, I got it at a vintage pop-up shop. That's the other thing. I'm trying not to call it tabling because that's intimidating, calling it pop-up shop at my school. I hope y'all enjoyed those photos on there. I think they came out lovely because I didn't want to just put pictures of the leis. I wanted to put like people wearing them, and so I put on one of my dresses, I put on a button-up, and then my grad gown, and I think it came out really nice. And with that being said, I hope y'all have enjoyed, and I will see y'all next week. Bye everybody.